Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Mr. Williams. We out here, Southern Guilford. All right. So, we last talked about argument and persuasion. We're going to continue to talk about that this entire week. But I want to share a couple things with you. First, there is uh, a Zoom link in your announcements. All right. Um, my Zoom is currently already up. So as soon as 12 o'clock hits, um, cores 1 and cores 3, you can hit the 12 o'clock noon Zoom. My core 2, you hit the 1 p.m. Zoom. So we're going to chat. If you don't have Zoom, it's really easy. You download it on your phone. It's just like an app. It's an app that you download. You can download it on your computer. If you got your computer or PC from the school, you can download it from there. All right. So Zoom is an app where I can just like see you. Like we can see each other. It's like FaceTime, but it's normally for meetings. So this will technically be a meeting because I'll have me, but I'll have a bunch of other students that want to chime in and be able to talk and um, almost like virtual class, like class of the future. Anyway, uh, that's how we're gonna do it. Uh, so yeah, 12 noon for my first and third core, um, and 1 p.m. for my second core. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk for just a couple minutes on this really quick, just to get your minds going before we have our discussion and we talk and we learn about some things. So argument and persuasion. What's the difference? We talked about that. We asked those questions. I mentioned about the Chick-fil-A situation. Which one was better? So like, are we arguing or are we persuading? All right. Uh, I just wanted you to argue that. So some of you, said, "Oh, Chick-fil-A is better," but you didn't give me a reason why. Right. So the reason why is what makes it either an argument or persuasion. I'll tell you why. So here's a couple things I got here on my little whiteboard. Can y'all see this? I don't know if y'all can really see it. Is it backwards? I hope it's not backwards. Anyway, so when you have an argument, let me put it up here so you can still see me and it at the same time. Let me see. Let's see if it works. Okay, so I'm in my studio, but the light here is like jacked up. Okay, I don't know if it's working. All right, maybe. Anyway, so in argument, you have compelling evidence, right? The evidence is quite compelling. It's simple. I know what I can do. Let me try this. Whoo! This better? This is not better. Love everybody. Anyway, this is not. I don't know if this is better. I'm not sure. Anyway, uh, so we have argument. We have compelling evidence. Okay. The evidence that you have uh, will really carry uh, your point. So, in an argument, you don't necessarily have any opinions, um, so to speak. You really, if you do have one, it must be like stated as a fact. But you have more facts than opinions because you're just trying to get across information. So when you're arguing something, you really just want to provide information. For example, if you wanted to go to the mall during this corona infested time, you would have to do a lot of convincing to your parents. You'd probably get into an argument, right? And what the argument would probably be based on is why should you be able to go, right? And if you could provide concrete evidence, whereas though your parents would have no shadow of a doubt, you know, no denying, they may let you go. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. For example, if you told your parents something like, more people have the flu than the coronavirus, and I'm just talking about at school, like my friend had the flu last week, which is a fact, concrete evidence, right? Uh, but they didn't have coronavirus, which is also a fact. So which one is more detrimental? I don't know. Who knows? My point is, an argument, you're not giving opinions. You're giving concrete facts. F-A-X. F-A's. Y'all know it's not really F-A. Okay, anyway. Uh, Persuasion. Okay, so when you're persuading someone Of course, you are going to tell them my handwriting is trash. Y'all already knew that. Let's not speak on it. Anyway, uh, persuasion. You're convincing. You are convincing someone. Um, Not only are you convincing, but you are specifically appealing to more senses than you would an argument. So, what do I mean? How do you appeal to senses? For example, you have five senses, right? You have touch, smell, taste. Uh, what is it? Touch, smell, taste. Touch, smell, taste. I can't think of the other ones. Anyway, my point is you are appealing to emotion the most. All right. So, in other words, this goes back to the ethos, pathos, and logos. So, you're appealing to one's emotion. Okay. Um, I said senses. That's not right. That's why I didn't mess it up. You're appealing to emotion. All right. So the emotion that you're appealing to will then convince someone to do something. For example, um, you ever ask your mom for food? You'd be like, "Yo, can we stop at McDonald's?" And you'd be like, "Well, let me not use McDonald's. Y'all don't like McDonald's. Y'all act like y'all don't like McDonald's. Every time I pass there, like the line is full. Anyway, uh, yeah, mom, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, right?" And she says, "You just ate." You say, "But I'm starving. Like I've been at school all day. I just left basketball practice. I'm hungry, right? You don't want to let me go to bed with not no food. You giving her all this sob story. You're just appealing to her emotion, right? And that's how you persuade someone, okay? So what I have on this board here is simple, okay? Uh, this is how you can tell whether someone's trying to persuade you or if you're reading a text that you think may be informational but is actually persuasive, all right? So are they trying to get me to do something? What are they trying to get me to do? Like, is there a call to action? That is what a call to action is. All right. So, as an example, um, if you were running for class president, and you wanted people to get out and vote for class president, what would you tell them to do? You probably convince them of what you're going to do. Like maybe I can bring school lunches, make school lunches better, some crap like that, right? Um, but you got a call to action. You have to make them want to go. How do you do that? You persuade them, right? If I win, I will do this. When I win, this is what will happen, all right? How do you get people to do things? You persuade, okay? That's a call to action. So again, you're appealing to emotion. You're looking for a well-defended opinion. Now, this is what I was talking about. So persuasion, you really have a lot of opinions that are stated as facts that are supported by factual evidence. Okay, and that's kind of what makes um, it persuasive because it's not necessarily a fact all the time, but your opinions are supported by factual evidence. Like if I wanted to persuade you um, to skip my class, like yeah, do not come to my class. All I have to say is we taking a test and y'all was skip, right? That's all I did, right? I just persuaded you. Anyway, uh, well defended opinion. So you have to recognize the signs. If you have concrete evidence, if you don't really see that many opinions, if you strictly just see facts, numbers, diagrams. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. So if you're looking at a piece of writing, I can't find my marker. Ah, found it. Okay. If you're looking at a piece of writing and you see something that looks like, uh, okay, see something that looks like this. I'm gonna draw it real quick so you can see. This is like live, like no bloopers. Everything is just like happening. All right. So now you see something like this. By a little pie chart. This is 20, 80%. This is 10%. And this is what's 80 and 10 is 90. So another one has to be what 10. So this diagram's actually jacked up. So let me put 10 here and 80 there. Okay. Now, if you see something that looks like this, that's a pie chart, right? A pie chart is something that proves or validates information just by another way of a visual. For example, everyone doesn't see words. Everyone can't feel words. Sometimes you have to use diagrams or pictures to actually show your point or prove your point. For example, if you go into the newspaper, read the newspaper, um, not the tabloids like the real newspaper, which is mostly factual evidence. And what they do is they provide pictures to help you along with understanding those facts. All right. So it's like a picture book. We have a picture book. Um, you specifically have visuals that will help you understand the words. So this is kind of what that is. So in case you can't understand that 80% of students pass the math EOG and 10% uh, doesn't even take it, and the other 10% actually fails it, right? That may not catch your attention like a diagram would, okay? So a diagram is also a good use of knowing that something is actually um, factual, um, especially when you're reading different texts, right? So I've been here for about 11 minutes, been talking um, about the difference between argument and persuasion. Now, why are we talking about this? Because we still have an ending project. Our project is to create a pamphlet on your energy source. So, what is your energy source? All right. Why are you advocating for it? You need to be doing some research on them. So, whatever energy source that you have chosen before we left for this quarantine situation, whatever energy source you have, you need to start researching it. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the books as of yet from the school. I know some of you are going to get your computers today or maybe tomorrow, which is a wonderful thing. You're gonna have to use the internet. You're gonna have to go on your phones. You're gonna have to do this. Um, it's non-negotiable. So you need to start looking up your energy source. Why is your energy source important? How is it used? I'm gonna start sending out RQs uh, next week. This week I'm just reviewing because we kind of missed a week. But this week we're reviewing. Next week we're gonna start the RQs, and we're gonna get it popping. All right. So the way we're gonna do it is simple. Uh, I'm gonna upload the RQ for you to see, probably via picture or something, JPEG. Um, if I can scan it, if I can find a scanner, I'll scan it. Whereas though you can see it, you're gonna have to write it down on a sheet of paper, or you can type it and then send it back to my email or send it to my Canvas account. Um, that is how you're going to be able to do it. All right, there's no other way. Um, you can't just like blink and it just like pop in my hand. Like that's like 10 years from now. Like when y'all figure out the future. You know, but we're not there yet. So you're gonna have to email it to me, um, either typed on paper, like taking a picture, send it to me, or you can type it up and email it to me. Okay. Um, but we still have to do research on these energy sources. Okay, because we have to identify which websites are persuading, which websites are just arguing a point, um, and what you're gonna have to do is argue your point. Whereas though your energy source is the most needed energy source in the land. Why does your energy source top all the others? Okay, so I'm done for now. Don't forget 12 noon. Chime in, okay, to the Zoom. In your Canvas announcements is the link for the Zoom. Make sure you add it to your phone. Like, do it. Like, not playing. Do it. All right? Add it to your phone so we can chat. Like, yo, I don't like emailing y'all. That's whack. I want to see y'all, man. No, I want to be in the house. I'm trying to see y'all. Log into this Zoom so we can chat face to face. So I can tell y'all to sit down, do your work like I normally do. All right, that's what makes me happy. Hey, sit down. Why are you standing up? There's things that make us happy as teachers. You know, I get happy when hey, great job. Thank you for answering that question. Yeah, hey, sit down. You know, that's I've been practicing that all week. But anyway, uh, Zoom 12 o'clock for my first and third cores, 1 o'clock for my second core. 1 o'clock for my second core. Please share this for those who see this. Share. Text your friends. I don't care where they are. I don't care if they're in the bed. Text them. Add the Zoom to your phone. Period.